Instagram stories for Tuesday, February 11th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. It has been quite a few days since I recorded a new episode of this show, and let me tell you, the break that I had was awesome. I really enjoyed getting to step away from the computer for a little bit and just look at different things and just not sit behind my desk and stare at the computer screen 12 hours a day. It was fantastic. Highly recommended. 10 out of 10. There is a lot of social media news to get into, though. We're going to talk today about some comments that the CEO of YouTube has made on the future of the platform. We'll also get into an update about TikTok, what the future potentially holds, and you'll hear from the CEO of X, Elon Musk, talking about his thoughts on TikTok and whether or not he would potentially purchase it. All that and more on today's episode, but first, here's a word from our sponsor. Welcome back. Let's get into the news, and let's start with the recent update from the CEO of YouTube, Neil Mohan. He just posted his 4 big bets for 2024, indicating where YouTube as a platform is going based on the consumer viewing habits of its users. Here's a clip from the YouTube liaison, Renee Ritchie, talking about what the YouTube CEO shared.
YouTube CEO Neil Mohan has just announced his 4 big bets for 2025, and here's what creators really need to know. YouTube will remain the epicenter of culture, music videos, trending shorts, episodic content, podcasts, live streams. The YouTube ecosystem fuels culture and fandom. We see this in everything from 45 million viewers watching US election content on the platform to YouTube becoming the most frequently used service for listening to podcasts in the US. And this year, we'll roll out more tools to support podcasters, improve monetization for creators, and make it even easier to discover podcasts. YouTubers are becoming the startups of Hollywood. All over the world, creators are bringing a startup mindset to the entertainment industry, leaning into new models of production, building studios to elevate their production quality, and exploring new creative avenues. And YouTube is rolling out more ways for creators to earn. Last year, more than 50% of channels earning 5-figure US dollars or more on YouTube made money from sources other than ads and YouTube Premium. That includes shopping recommendations, which are becoming a key revenue stream for many creators. And last year, YouTube saw more than a 40% increase in channel memberships. Communities have also opened to thousands more creators and will continue to expand this year. Hype will also come to more markets around the world. YouTube is the new television. More and more watching TV now means watching YouTube. TV has surpassed mobile and is now the primary device for YouTube viewing in the US. And according to Nielsen, YouTube has been #1 in streaming watch time in the
Okay, a bit of a long clip, but there are a couple of key takeaways I want to make sure are highlighted. First, according to Nielsen, YouTube has been the #1 in streaming watch time in the US for the past 2 years. Second, for videos that have dubbed audio in another language, more than 40% of the total watch time comes from viewers who are choosing to listen in a dubbed language. This is really important because it gives everyone an opportunity to listen and enjoy your content regardless of what language they speak. And the last part of that, later this month, YouTube will make auto dubbing available to all creators in the YouTube Partner Program. I absolutely love that feature and I'm a big fan of it. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive into some TikTok news, so stick around. Welcome back. Let's talk about the TikTok news, and first, let's start with how to actually get the TikTok app, especially if you live in the United States. If you are a person who uninstalled the app when the TikTok ban took place over that weekend because you thought, well, I'll never get to use it again, you wouldn't be able to download it from either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store because Apple and Google have both kept the TikTok app out of the store so they don't get fined. But good news, if you go to tiktok.com/download, you can install the TikTok app again directly from there. And I would recommend doing that as a method if you removed the app from your phone and you want to get it back. Again, that's tiktok.com/download, and I will link to it in the show notes. If you listen to this show and you live in the United States, you may still be pondering about whether or not it is worth creating content for TikTok when its future is so uncertain. Interestingly, the team at YouTube has stepped up by partnering with repurpose.io to offer automated reposting of TikTok and or Instagram Reels content directly to YouTube Shorts. If you're not familiar with repurpose.io, it enables you to set up an automated production flow for either existing content that you've already made or future content that you're about to post. and it will post content from your TikTok or Instagram Reels library directly to YouTube Shorts, and you don't have to do anything. It supports other platforms as well. You can transfer up to 5 videos per day, and you can schedule them to go live at your preferred posting times. So you can add more content to your YouTube Shorts account. To encourage you to post on YouTube Shorts, they are offering 3 months of free repurpose.io usage to get you more comfortable posting that content from TikTok or Instagram Reels to YouTube Shorts. I will link to where you can get signed up for that offer so you can take advantage of it. So what is the future of TikTok? It's still incredibly unclear. There are some potential US TikTok deals in discussion, according to the rumor mill. One main name that continues to come up is Oracle, because Oracle is already facilitating the local operation and storage of the data for TikTok within the United States. Also in the rumor mill, Amazon is potentially looking at a possible TikTok deal with a view to using TikTok's reach to promote Amazon products. Apparently, Microsoft has also been in discussions about the app, although they haven't said anything publicly about it, and there was no mention of TikTok in Microsoft's recent earnings call. There are other investor groups led by YouTuber Mr. Beast and Employer.com founder Jesse Tinsley, who are interested in the app, but it's not clear if they're realistically able to purchase it or contribute to the purchase at this point. What about the owner of X, Elon Musk? Interestingly, he did an interview where he talked about how much he is not interested in purchasing the app. Here's the clip.
I've not put in a bid for TikTok. I don't have any plans for what would I do if I had TikTok. I guess I would look at the algorithm and try to decide, how harmful or useful is this algorithm, and what can we do to shift the algorithm to be more productive, and ultimately be beneficial to humanity. We should just generally lean in the direction of something which is more beneficial than more harmful. I don't use TikTok personally, so I'm not that familiar with it. I've just seen, just see the videos occasionally appearing on X, or people show me something. But I'm not chomping at the bit to acquire TikTok. I don't know acquire companies in general. It's quite rare. Acquiring Twitter, now called X, was highly unusual. I usually build companies from scratch, and the reason I acquired Twitter, which is what I said at the time, which is that it was important to preserve freedom of speech in America, and to the extent we are legally allowed to in the rest of the world. I felt like acquiring Twitter would be an important, productive step for the future of humanity, and even though it's really quite painful and has been very difficult, it was, I think, nonetheless important to do so. I don't know if the same logic applies to TikTok, but so I'm not gonna. I don't acquire things just for economic reasons, and so it's not clear to me what the purpose of acquiring TikTok would be apart from economics.
I will say that based on how he has handled his time at Twitter, or X, I think it is perfectly fine that he is not interested in TikTok, and I am 100% okay with that. That is going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you so much for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more social media news, strategy, and other things that you need to know.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager, but do not have a bachelor's degree. But actually, that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in the work, without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish, unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that, there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.